And I'm Adrian, and this is our 50th time making this video. But we are the Williams, your friendly neighborhood debt-free couple. It's not the first time I've said that tonight. But anyways, let's get into it.
Oh my goodness. Hi everyone, I'm Bria.
I'm Adrian, and we are the Williams, your friendly neighborhood debt-free couple.
So last time we talked about how it started, who we talked to about being debt-free, and what books we read. Also about why we actually started our debt-free journey. This time, we're going to get into... Really? We're going to get more into our strategy that we use, what we paid off first, and just really kind of touch that part of our journey. So remember, baby step number 1 is to secure an emergency fund of $1,000. Baby step number 2 is to pay off all of your debt. So last time we talked about how we started off with Adrian's car. On the night that we decided to just finally dig in and do it, we paid off his car. It was about $10,000 left in his car. And then the next step for us was to pay off my student loans. And those were the only 2 areas that we actually had at that time to pay off. We had credit card debt, but we really weren't focused on that. We actually didn't start to think about that until maybe a couple of months ago. You know, why not just go all in and pay everything off? So we then had to get a car because my car died. So then that became our 3rd goal to pay off. And after that, we got Adrian a truck.
It was a necessity.
And that was our 4th thing to pay off.
I needed it.
And then after the truck, we actually paid off the credit cards. So going back to the baby steps that Dave Ramsey talks about. In baby step number 2, he talks about the snowball method. Maybe you want to explain what the snowball method is?
Yeah, so the snowball method is really just starting with your lowest amount of debt and making your way up to your biggest amount of debt. And really, the snowball effect really kind of gives you like a sense of satisfaction while you're climbing that debt ladder, per se. And it really just gives you like a sense of goodness. I don't know. It just makes you feel good whenever you see one of your accounts balance out to 0.
Yeah, exactly. So in this case, because of the way we started off, Adrian's was the lower loan with his car, and then my lump sum of student loan payments was the next thing. Because we kind of had like an awkward story of things getting added on during our debt-free journey, we didn't necessarily follow that all the way through, but I definitely recommend it if you do have a set amount of debt, and for you to have small wins along the way. I think that's really important. When it comes to my student loans, which is the 2nd thing we decided to pay off, we used the avalanche method because I had about 6 student loans in my total within Nelnet. And so with the avalanche method, that is paying off the highest interest loan first. And with student loans, I think a lot of us know how that process works. You know, the longer it takes you to pay off your student loan, the more interest it accrues and the higher your bill gets. So we decided to tackle the highest interest rate loan within my lump sum and then work our way through that. Through that time, I also had a car payment that I had to pay off, or pay towards, I should say. And so what we did during that time was I paid off the minimum amount for each month. Yep. And then we both aggressively attacked my student loans at the same time using the avalanche method. Once the student loans were paid off, then we both attacked my car payment. So let's just talk about grace. Let's talk about giving ourselves grace. It's so important to give yourself grace during this. Like, I'm talking about things that just got added on along the way for us, and it would have been really easy to get bogged down, but that's why we had a goal. So I completely missed that. Have a goal. Whenever you decide to start your debt-free journey, have your goal.
Set it in stone.
Yeah, like, don't move it. So our goal was by the end of 2020, we were going to be debt-free. And we did that by the end of October 2020. So well above like when we wanted to have it done still, but still gave ourselves grace along the way. And I'm gonna let Adrian talk about why it was really important for him to get this truck, y'all. It wasn't a necessity, but come on, babe.
It was a necessity. Every guy needs a truck, but really, I mean, it's just like I said, and she said already, we've paid off so much, and for me in particular, a lot of my commission checks, or majority of my commission checks, were going straight towards debt or straight towards like her student loans. And for me, I kind of needed something that was like, just kind of leveled me out, I guess you could say. So as I'm throwing all this cash out, it can be kind of draining at times. So for me, a truck was really something that I have been trying to get for probably since I graduated at Elon. And I just feel like that was the time for me to get it, just because it kind of like leveled me out. I mean, it definitely added a little hump into our debt-free story, but we ended up, we still got it done.
Your mental health matters along this journey, and so one thing that Adrian likes to do in his free time, remind you, it's also COVID happening right now, and we're in a pandemic, so your mental health really does matter. And so for him to kind of release and have a safe space, he likes to hunt, and in order to hunt, he needed a truck to go out there by himself without, needing other people to go with him. And so I set a budget for him. I told him, if you can get this truck under $12,000, because that was within our means to still pay off our debt and the amount of time that we wanted to, then you can get the truck. And it worked out. He got it at $11,000, and we were able to still meet our goal. And that's really important, you all. So as a recap of what we talked about today, set a goal, figure out a strategy that works best for you and your family, and give yourself grace, because it's not going to be perfect. Our journey wasn't perfect, and we just really want to be realistic and transparent with you all about our journey, and not making it seem like it was just this easy peasy, straightforward journey along the way. So
a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
A lot of sacrifices.
And that's like a really great segue. So next time we're going to talk about really what we did, like where we sacrificed. Adrian's really good on looking at our expenses and doing like an expense report to determine, how much we can actually put towards debt. And so we'll get into that a little bit more next time too. So we'll see you all next Wednesday.
Peace out, Louis.
Bye.